This is a Big Bear Dungeons podcast, where we explore mature themes including explicit sexual content, intense violence, strong language, and some adult situations possibly triggering to some. This podcast is rated 18 plus, and listener discretion is advised. Please share this podcast with your friends and family, and don't forget to check out our social media profiles. Give us a like and follow to stay updated. I hope you enjoy this episode.
I'm playing character Beast. 7 foot tall automaton. He had quite a few decades spent underground in Blackreach in a encampment of farmer until a band of adventurers freed him from his slumber, and now he's looking to find meaning to his existence.
Fanya is a mysterious traveler who travels across the land, trying to look for the world's wonders, and she's really mysterious. She practically looks like an angel everywhere she goes, and yeah, that's pretty much about it right now.
Kazan is a Khajiit. I grew up in the murky parts of Riften. Instead of succumbing to temptations, I yearn from a different path, and I would like to be a hero someday. I've traveled over Tamriel, and I'm currently on a quest to become a healer to save people instead of taking people's lives.
Dios is a high elf rogue. He's kind of a wanderer. He's never really fitted into one particular place, and he's just trying to find his way in a world where he's lost meaning.
Well, if you find meaning in dousing people with burlap sacks with water, then that's a great place to start.
Welcome Stabby Show! Welcome Stabby Show!
I love that.
Oh yeah, pardon me.
I had no choice!
Pardon me. I forgot to leave out the part where you knocked the guy out and hog-tied him first. That's probably relevant information as well.
In our last session, the party assembled outside Falkreath Barracks and geared up for their impending battle, led by the formidable paladin captain Stephanie, tasked with a secret mission to infiltrate a cave near Fort Sungard, rumored to hide a passage into the fort. They set off under the leadership of Henry, a towering giant of a human. En route to the fort, the group encountered aggressive Forsworn forces, engaging in a hard-fought battle and emerging victorious. Upon entering the cave, after what seems like hellfire raining down from the skies from catapults as they were being ambushed from the fort, they see increasing layers of spider webbing. They eventually become aware of a massive atrium-like chamber dominated by a spider's nest. Tensions escalated when Henry's harsh words to Fanya were abruptly cut short as he fell victim to a giant frost spider, losing his life in a gruesome attack. The party finds themselves overwhelmed by a spider's offspring as they descend into the nest, leaving the remaining members in a perilous struggle for survival within the depths of the cave. Let's roll for initiative. Let's get this thing kicked off.
Net 20!
That's a 10 for Beast.
I have a total of 20 for Kazan.
18.
So, starting off, it is Fanya.
So Fanya just see hand just got snapped into half, he head got torn up, and then Fanya just do a dodge back row, and just start shooting her arrow, her short bow. So it's a +5, but it's an automatic hit, so I just roll for damage. It's a 4. Okay, and I'm my turn.
Moving on to Kazan.
Fired my short bow for a 10, which I assume misses, but I'm also gonna pull back with Fanya. I just don't want to be in front line of sight.
10 is not gonna hit that.
I figured.
Tios, you're wrapped in webbing. As your eyes flutter open a little bit and you try to get the notice of your surroundings, it seems like you've been out for a while. You're kind of a little bit groggy, and it's complete black. It's complete darkness. Your arms are strapped next to your side, and there's very little room for movement.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'm just gonna start asking if anybody's out there and saying, "Hey, y'all out there? Anybody here?"
Give me a performance check.
Straight 10.
Heard. I would say that's decent enough that Fanya would be able to hear you, but Beast and Kazan probably wouldn't. Beast, you are up, my guy.
So Fanya did shoot one of the spiders in front of me.
Yes, Frostbite Spider A.
I use, well, ironically, Frostbite on a Frostbite spider. Frostbite Spider A. It's gonna be the target.
I heard that.
Talk about fighting frost with frost.
And that is going to be a con save of 14.
That's an 18.
That is gonna be a success, so that's gonna do nothing.
What else would you like to do, Mr. Beast?
I am going to move about 10 feet closer to the spiders.
So you move a tad bit closer, and you're kind of smelling a acidic odor coming as you get closer to the spiders. That's just dripping from the venom that's coming from their fangs. And it is now the frostbite spider's turn. They are not in attack range of anyone because of their movement, so that's going to be the end of their attack. Because these are just little babies. They don't have any web attacks or anything like that. So, yeah, that's the end of their turn. So we are moving on to Fanya again.
Fanya casts Vicious Mockery. So I start playing like a music, like a mocking music, like to make fun of that spider, and then they take psychic damage.
Wisdom saving throw or charisma saving throw?
Yep, Wisdom 13.
That's a 2, my good sir. 3.
Spider A. Yep, 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Wonderful. He's looking pretty bloodied.
While I slowly back away still, like I say 10 feet, and that's the end of my turn.
Kazan.
I'm gonna move back and do another pock shot. That's an 11 to hit. And I'm shooting for the same as Fanya is obviously targeting.
Frostbite Spider A. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and roll
That's
for
an
that
11.
hit. 11? 11 is gonna hit.
I see the wave of spiders moving up, and I start freaking out a little bit, and I take a few steps back, and I just fumble, and I basically I'm just excited to get a bow off at all, and then I do 7 damage as I sort of just clumsily release the string, and it seems to connect.
It seems to look in your direction, like you're the next one it's coming towards, because it can kind of smell the fear coming off of you. And as soon as it looks and penetrates your gaze, an arrow flies straight through its middle forehead, and it seems to collapse to the ground.
That's my turn.
Tios.
I'm gonna see if I can't just shimmy around in there and move and try to break a little bit and unbind it down to where I can free myself.
Give me a strength check.
Nat 20.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Let's go.
You all hear a eruptive force as this high elf comes out naked, screaming as he busts through this webbing that he was caught in. You are free to do anything except for bonus action.
I was just gonna run back a little bit just to get away from the frostbite spider D, just for, just in case. Now I'm my turn.
I gotcha. So you do pass close by to Fanya, and I don't know if you actually notice her or not. You seem to be running, but it's now Beast's turn.
Seeing Fanya and Kazan kill the Spider A, and all the others are as well closing in, I am going to step in front of the Spider B, swing at it with my scimitar.
Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and roll that hit.
That is net 20.
God
Wonderful.
damn.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage. Do a full damage die, and then just roll.
4 on the roll, plus the full damage die. So that's 12 damage. So as I step in front of the spider, make a diagonal cut with my already prepared scimitar in my right hand and basically cut them in half. Turn towards spider C that's to my right and get a little closer to it. Also getting closer to Kazan and Fanya as well.
Sounds good. Now it's gonna be the frostbite spider's turn. So frostbite spider C is gonna step up, and he is going to bite at you. Does a 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Heard that. 3 points of damage to Beast. And Beast, I need you to roll a con saving throw.
So that is going to be a 12.
Cool, you pass. Frostbite Spider D, not Z. Woo, that's a big battle. He's going to attack Fanya.
Oh no.
Get your butt cheeks prepared, Fanya. He's coming in.
Not my butt cheeks.
That's gonna be a
Not
15.
them.
And a 15 does hit. That's gonna be a 4 damage and a Constitution saving throw from Fanya.
I got
Oh,
An 8.
Yep, guess I'm dead, boys.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
technically you're poisoned.
You take 1 point of damage and you're poisoned. For the next minute, you will take 1 point of damage per round. On top of your turn, you'll take that point of damage then. Moving on. It is now going to be back up to Fanya.
Alright, so I got poisoned.
Yes.
And then as soon as the spider bites me, I just start panicking, playing my life as loud as I can, dealing psychic damage. So Vicious Mockery.
Wisdom saving throw. That is a 7. That does not pass.
3 damage
Heard.
on the
Frost-
spider that just attacked me.
Heard that. 3 damage.
And that's the end of my turn, yeah.
Kazan.
I quickly draw my bow at this new humanoid that appeared out of nowhere. However, I realize the situation and then track back onto the spiders that's currently attacking my established companions, and I will shoot at Frostbite Spider D as well. With a dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
That is total of 6 damage, as I am starting to get a little more focused on the combat, and I cock an arrow and shoot at the spider attacking Fanya.
Oh,
Considering Beast's earlier display, I think he's capable of handling the situation he's in, so...
yeah. 100%. Well, you hit right through the side, and you can see that it's affected him pretty heavily. It was a really good hit. He is extremely bloodied and kind of like limping a little bit as he's working his way around Fanya.
Yep, that's my turn.
So
Just out of
Tios,
curiosity, how much health does Spider D have? Just out of curiosity, is there any way I can check that, or if
If
I
you-
have to do an investigation check? I will?
Very bloodied, he said.
if you want to know exact
very
HP, I would say a medicine check. But he's very bloodied. Usually meaning it's pretty close to like a one hit to be done type of thing.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the left to Spider D, and I'm gonna do a sneak attack.
So he runs up with his big naked body with his bow on his back and his quiver and his short sword in his hand. And he comes up and he cleaves the spider's head right off. That is Tios' turn. Beast, is your turn.
The frostbite spider C right in front of me. I am gonna attack it with my scimitar. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits for sure. Go ahead and roll that damage.
And 7 damage.
Oh my.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be my turn.
It's now going to be the spider's turn. So you see that the matriarch frostbite spider comes descending down into the middle of the atrium, and she looks kind of pissed off. If you could tell what a spider looks like pissed off, she kind of looks pissed off because you've been taking out her kin. And
So Mama Bear then.
I know what a spider looks like pissed off. They're not cute.
so the Frostbite Spider C, that is going to attack Beast. A 13 doesn't hit Beast, so it misses.
Nope.
The Matriarch Spider is going to move in the middle of you guys, and she is going to cast a web on Kazan. So it's a ranged attack. Let's see if it hits your AC.
15 is the magic number.
It does hit your DC. It is going to be a 16. I need a DC 12 strength check on your turn to see if you can bust through it, and it'll be your action.
Yep.
But for right now, you are tied up in some webbing. She is going to move the rest of her movement up here by Beast, and she is going to bite at Beast. That is a 12. That does not hit. That'll be the monster's turn. So moving on back to Fanya. 1 point of poison damage, and then you can continue with your turn.
I gave my burlap sack to Teos.
Burlap sack. Yeah, put some clothes on.
And then I just shoot off an arrow in Frostbite Spider C next to Beast.
Heard that. Roll for that hit.
It's a 20.
Go ahead and roll for that damage.
5.
Is there a specific way you're taking this guy out?
Nope, arrow to the head.
Arrow to the head. I love it. Classic and simple.
That's the end of my turn.
Moving on to Kazan. So it is a DC 12 strength check.
Am I like completely entombed, or is it only like restraining me essentially?
It's just basically restraining your arms and legs.
That's a 9.
9 doesn't quite cut it.
I start panicking and I fall over on my ass. I get back up, but yeah, I used to see like Susan starting to freak out.
Teos just killed, sliced in half, one frostbite spider in front of you. The matriarch spider is the last one standing over by Beast, up to the northeast.
Okay.
And you are standing next to Fanya, who looks to be pretty bloodied and seems to be coursing with green and blue colors throughout her throughout his veins, as if he might be poisoned.
I do not look good.
Yeah, does not look very good at all. Kazan, who's just a little bit farther north, is tied up, kind of like you were, and Beast looks like he's just going on a rampage.
First, I'm gonna look at Fanya. I'm gonna thank you for the burlap sack, so I don't have my parts showing. And then I'm actually gonna go past Fanya and be like, listen, I'll be right back for you. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna help out Kazan, use my short sword to break him out of that webbing.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It'd be a bonus action, and you can just cut him right out.
Let me do a medicine check and see. Did a fucking 3.
A natural 1, though.
Just starts lathering Fanya's arm for no reason, just like. Ugh.
No,
It's actually making it worse.
So, Teos, you try to see around the point of injection, which is around the forearm. You try to see if you can help or anything, and you suggest, well, guys, we may just have to cut the arm off.
Hell no.
I'm not saying you attack. I'm just saying that's what you suggest.
I
know.
Blood poisoning is a terrible fucking thing.
You just see Fanya shaking her
lose your
head like
dang
really hard.
mind. You start hallucinating. You start getting sweats. You become increasingly strong. You're basically on fucking like meth and crack at the same time.
Teos,
Yeah.
are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Moving on to Beast.
Matriarch Spider is right next to me. Guess what? Scimitar to the face.
Perfect. Roll for hit.
That's a 12.
12 doesn't quite hit it.
I think I'm gonna go around him a little bit. So, between the spider and the rest of the people.
Moving on to the matriarch frostbite spider. She is going to attack Beast. That's a 16. That's gonna be 6 points of damage, and then a con saving throw.
Well, that's a 14.
Perfect, that passes. She's gonna like turn around and show her butt at you, and then a egg is gonna come flying out.
What?
Beast, give me a dex saving throw.
That's a 4.
So clips you on the side of your head as it passes by. It's gonna land in front of Tios. That is the spider's turn. So moving on to Fanya.
Also, that last hit with 6 damage. Beast is a machine, so he cannot bleed, but it was blood, then, well, he would be, bleeding a lot. But
Is Beast like unconscious right now?
no, not unconscious, still
Alright,
standing.
so he's just.
But there's a bunch of oil coming out of his
Oh, okay, so Beast is oily right now, Alright, so you see Fanya like extremely pale, and then she just like collapse in front of the egg and just like smash it with her body.
Roll for a hit.
Roll for belly flop.
Yep, I did the fall, so I just flopped on the egg without crushing it.
You like fall, but the egg is too dense, and so you like hit it, and then you just like slide off the side.
Can I just stay on top of it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're on top of it.
I just plop on it, and then that's my action, so that's the end of my turn.
So moving on to Kazan.
Considering the order of events, I am shocked at this burlap dressed person flexing a weapon at me. But I'm, however, shortly thereafter shocked with Fanya just hugging a spider egg out of seemingly nowhere. All this is extremely confusing, so I'm gonna turn my arrow towards the obvious threat in the room, which is this matriarch spider, and I'm gonna cock an arrow, and I'm gonna shoot it with my short bow as I'm running away.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead for it.
That's an 18.
Ooh, that does hit. Go
It's a
ahead and
hit.
roll that damage.
I'm gonna remember my sneak attack damage now too, because it's in melee with Beast,
100%.
for a total of 9 damage.
Nice. 9 damage is very solid.
Fanya, this is not the time to make spider companions.
You just see like liquid dripping out of her mouth.
That's fine.
Oh, this is gonna be a good breakfast. Look at how big this egg is. Fanya's just
I don't
thinking
know what
about.
sort of fornicating Fanya's trying to do, but
He's just rolling inside failure after failure after failure.
Tios, it is now you.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Firebolt on the matriarch spider.
Yeah, roll for that hit.
Got an 8.
Gotcha. 8's not gonna quite hit it. So the firebolt passes past him, and it hits a nest of webbing that is cascade over the walls and ceilings. All right. Anything else, Tios?
Let me move up, forward,
Like towards the
and
matriarch
then that'll
spider?
be it.
I
Like
like
up
that.
north.
Moving on to Beast.
I'm gonna swing at the matriarch with the scimitar again.
Gotcha. Give me that hit.
That is a 10.
Not quite good enough. It is gonna miss.
I have 2 javelins. Could I have like with disadvantage try to hit it with the spider with them as a bone section?
I would say yes. The disadvantage is gonna be because you're too close to it.
Yeah. That's why.
But yeah, I'm cool with it.
5.
oh,
Yeah, so you throw it and it sticks into the wall of the cave in one of the fissures in the wall. Moving on. So the matriarch spider is going to cast a web attack on Beast. That is a 9. That does not hit. It is going to move over to Tios and it's going to bite at him. That's a 16. 3 points of damage. And I need a con saving throw from you. That's damn good. 17. Okay. The egg starts to vibrate a little bit and move, but it doesn't hatch. So, Fanya, it is your turn.
You just heard like a big sigh coming out from Fanya, and then she was nauseating and quite possibly unconscious.
Yep. After that point of poison damage, Fanya falls unconscious and rolls a death saving throw for us.
14. That's a save.
Yay! Fanya's not dead.
Not dead yet.
That's the key word. So moving on to Kazan, the only person with full health. What would you like to do?
Yep. I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna shoot at the matriarch again.
Heard that. Give me a hit.
That's
what
another
we know.
18.
Ooh, that hits. Go ahead and roll for
Uh, 10 damage.
Damn, that's a solid hit right there.
I just keep skirting around and then just releasing a volley of arrows.
It's looking pretty bloodied. Moving on to Tios.
I'm gonna do a sneak attack again.
Yeah, roll for that hit.
That'll be a 9.
9's not quite good enough. You're gonna miss that. Moving on to Beast.
I'm gonna swing with the scimitar again.
Good old Scimitar. Let's go.
Yeah. And well, that's gonna be a miss with a 12.
Man, yeah. Beast is
Yeah,
losing some momentum here on this last part of the fight.
Considering he's quite better than Bruce, I'm gonna launch the second javelin.
Gotcha. Give me that attack roll with disadvantage.
And it's just a 10. But goddamn, the other one was a net 20.
Oh, that hurts. The javelin hits the side of the wall of the cave, and it falls to the ground and kind of rolls a little bit, but ultimately misses.
Well, I think that's gonna be for me.
Cool.
Not for
Sounds
this
good.
turn.
Moving on to the spooters. So the matriarch spider, say it's gonna try to web Beast, and it's gonna try to attack Tios. So the attack on Tios is a 7, that doesn't hit. And then a 7 for the web, that misses as well. It's a weird like when you belch and fart at the same time. So it's not very good
That-
control. So, you know, spider web out the back and then like biting out the front, like she misses both ways. So it's fine. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens to that egg that Fanya's on top of. It shakes a little bit more vigorously, but it has not hatched yet. Moving on to Fanya. Give me that death save.
No success.
Woo! Alright.
Frothing a little less from the mouth.
Yeah.
I got most of the poison out of the system.
Kazan. It is your turn.
I took my shot at the spider with an 11, assuming I miss. I'm gonna keep doing the thing of moving. I'm skirting around here.
Yeah, 11's gonna miss.
Yep, that's my turn.
Heard. Tios.
I'm gonna go around the spider to the left. Let's see if I can try for that sneak attack again.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. Roll to hit. 4
Yeah,
plus
8.
4, 8.
God.
Yeah, 8's not gonna quite cut it. Beast, it is your turn.
So just reach out with my left hand and cast frostbite.
That is a 10.
DC is 14.
It's gonna take that damage.
That's a d6 damage, which is a 1, and the spider has a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
Going on to the matriarch frostbite spider. She's going to web Beast and bite Tios again. That's a nat 20 on the webbing. And then that's a 19 on the bite. So Beast.
What's that with disadvantage on the bite as well?
Yeah, I think it's a disadvantage on the bite because it's technically a attack roll.
Weapon attack.
Thank you for reminding me on that. So it's going to be a 13, which does not hit Tios, but the webbing
Yeah.
is going to hit Beast. Beast, you are wrapped up. Then the egg roll. Ooh, it's getting close. It's shaking violently underneath Fanya, and Fanya kind of sloughs off to the side and hits the ground. Moving on to Fanya, give me that death save.
Oh, I feel
Nah, it's fine. You got one failure.
me
It's
falling off the side, knocking my head, so I don't feel.
Yeah, I think as long as you don't roll on that one, you should be good.
Yeah, yeah. Moving on to Kazan.
I'm gonna keep taking pot shots at the threat in the room, though, because we need to down this thing so we all don't die.
Fair.
And that's a 22 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that is definitely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll that damage. This could be it.
And that's a max damage, and a 6 and a 5 on the die for a total of 14 damage.
You describe to me what's going on in this moment, because you down this thing.
Alright, so you frequently see Kazan darting around, dancing around the battlefield. And I just see Fanya flop over the egg, and I go, "Oh, you're not playing with it." And I cock the bow as hard as I can, and I shoot the spider, and I want to rush up to Fanya after. I'm definitely going to do that medicine check ASAP.
With the matriarch down, we are out of combat. The air in the cave settles down, and the reverberating sounds of weapons and armor being clanged together against, and the scuttering of spiders comes to a halt as you guys kind of assess the situation around you. Give me a medicine check, Kazan.
Okay, yeah, that's an 8.
8 is not gonna cut it. You gotta get a 10 or better to stabilize her.
Yep.
That is gonna be a failure for Fanya.
So first I try to break out of the spider web that I'm in.
Go ahead and give me that strength check.
Yeah, I got a 7.
I can cut him out.
Tios, you cut along the center and cut Beast out of it. And Beast rushes over to help Kazan try to stabilize Fanya. Is that right?
Alright, you want to know the roll then?
Yeah.
That's the 19.
Heard. 19 works then.
5.
Fanya is stabilized, and her breathing returns to normal.
I want to take my rapier and drive it through the spider egg before anything pops out of that thing.
No.
I
cook it.
As you were just saying that, I was rolling to see if it hatches or not. It hatches.
Does the weapon plunge into the newly hatched spider then, or?
You're gonna have to give me a attack hit.
A 17.
17 does hit. So it only has 1 HP. It is a fresh little tiny little frostbite spider. And
Yep, and that's 12 damage.
yeah, you cleave it right through.
Can I rifle through Henry's pockets
100%.
and
yeah.
see if he happens to have a healing potion or 2 on him? He ought to come
Wonderful.
prepared for some sort of big battle, right?
I was hoping you'd ask.
Well,
Give
while he
me
does that, I'm gonna collect the 2 javelins I threw.
give me investigation check, and Beast, you just collect your javelins.
13 as I rifle through his pockets.
Heard. You do see a potion of minor healing and a potion of stamina. You see his great battle axe on the ground. He has a couple arrows in a quiver. Maybe 13 gold.
Oh, okay. I'll take that too.
Oh, yeah, I
How
forgot we
much?
had antidote. Yeah, we had an antidote.
Mm-hmm. Everyone had an antidote.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket those and I'm gonna see how people do on this little rest we're having.
Thank you for listening to another Big Bear Dungeons podcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we also hope that you share with your friends and family. Check out our social medias, and we'll see you next week.